Chapter 4 Bertie and the Lion. One morning, a week or so later, Bertie was woken by a chorus of urgent neighing. He jumped out of his bed and ran to the window. A herd of zebras was scattering away from the waterhole, chased by a couple of hyenas. Then he saw more hyenas, 3 of them, standing stock still, noses pointing, eyes fixed on the waterhole. It was only now that Bertie saw the lion cub, but this one wasn't white at all. He was covered in mud, with his back to the waterhole, and he was waving a pathetic paw at the hyenas who were beginning to circle. The lion cub had nowhere to run to, and the hyenas were coming ever closer. Bertie was downstairs in a flash, leaping off the veranda and racing barefoot across the compound, shouting at the top of his voice. He threw open the gate and charged down the hill towards the waterhole, yelling and screaming and waving his arms like a wild thing. Startled at this sudden intrusion, the hyenas turned tail and ran, but not far. Once within range, Bertie hurled a broadside of pebbles at them, and they ran off again, but again not far. Then he was at the waterhole, and between the lion cub and the hyenas, shouting at them to go away. They didn't. They stood and watched, uncertain for a while. Then they began to circle again, closer and closer. That was when the shot rang out. The hyenas bolted into the long grass, and they were gone. When Bertie turned round, he saw his mother in her nightgown, rifle in hand, running towards him down the hill. He had never seen her run before. Between them, they gathered up the mud-matted cub and brought him home. He was too weak to struggle, though he tried. As soon as they had given him the warm milk, they dumped him in the bath to wash him. As the first of the mud came off, Bertie saw he was white underneath. "You see," he cried triumphantly, "he is white. He is, I told you, didn't I? He's my white lion." His mother still could not bring herself to believe it. 5 baths later, she had to. They sat him down by the stove in a washing basket and fed him again. All the milk he could drink, and he drank a lot. Then he lay down and slept. He was still asleep when Bertie's father got back at lunchtime. They told him how it had all happened. "Please, father, I want to keep him," Bertie said. "And so do I," said his mother. "We both do." And she spoke as Bertie had never heard her speak before, her voice strong and determined. Bertie's father didn't seem to know quite how to reply. He just said, "We'll talk about it later." And then they did, as he walked out.